Hi Instagram, it's been a long time since I've gone live or done a video on here. So I know I look like poo-poo right now, but that's okay because I really felt a strong message from yesterday and today that I just wanted to share with everybody. And I wanted to come live so that you could hear me tell my story personally. So yesterday on LinkedIn, there was a post, and it was a post about somebody that was actually like putting down a profession that other people were doing. And it kind of struck me as, it just really hit me hard. And I was like, why would somebody do that? You don't have to put other professions down no matter what you're doing. And also, so today I'm reading this book. It's called The Traveler's Gift. It's for a mentoring group I'm in. And as I was reading this today, that same message came across about telling your story and everybody can be successful and stuff like that, and choose to be happy, choose your own path. So anyways, I wanted to come on here and just tell you a story about something that happened to me when I was younger. So I'm 53 now, and this actually happened when I was 23. At the time, I was working at a bank. I had a really good job. They were paying for my schooling. I had worked there for 2 years, and in that 2 years, had 3 promotions, and I was up for another promotion at that time. But I was miserable. Like, I was not happy at all. I was going home at night with migraines every week and just not good. So one day I decided to stop at the airport on my way home from work. I went up to all the counters and I actually got applications to fill them in to go be a flight attendant. Totally on a whim. Now, this was something that I had thought about when I was younger and I chickened out. I never did it. So this particular day, I went home, I filled out these applications because I was so miserable at my job and sent them in. A week later, I actually got a phone call from Delta Airlines, flew down to Atlanta for the interview, and I got the job. It was like boom, 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 like this all happened like very fast. And the first thing that I did was, when I got to the airport, because we didn't have cell phones back then, was call my fiance at that time. Now, he knew I was going for an interview. He knew that I wanted this job and I was miserable where I was at. But what did he do? Instantly, he's like, "You're not going to take that job, are you?" Well, no, let me think about it. I flew down to Atlanta on a whim to go to be a flight attendant so that if I was offered the job, I wasn't going to take it. Well, of course I'm going to take the job. Anyways, so he was not happy with me. Then I went to work the next day and I went into my boss to give him 2 weeks notice, and I told him that I took another job and I was going to go be a flight attendant. And his response to me was, "You are wasting your life. I can't believe you're throwing away a career in the bank that you could be successful at to go be a flight attendant. That is a waste of time, and I'm going to hold your job for 6 months because you'll be back. You'll be crawling on your knees to come back to this job." So needless to say, I did not have a lot of positive responses or backup. I did have, obviously, some of my family members and friends that were excited for me, but I had a lot of negative feedback also. But you know what? I followed it. I just went with it and followed my dream. Went down to Atlanta a couple weeks later for training. Loved it. Was flying all over the world. And 6 months later, I went back to my boss when I came home back to Buffalo, walked into his office, and I said, "You can give my job away because I will never be back. I don't care if you think I'm wasting my life or not, because I will never be back." So here's my message. I've now been a flight attendant for 30 years. Sadly, I'm out right now because I have an injury, but anyways, I loved it. It was like the best decision I made, and it was spur of the moment. It was, getting put down by other people because they thought it was a waste of time and a waste of my life, and it ended up being one of the best decisions of my life. So this is my message to you. If you want to do something, if you want to work in a bank, go for it. If you want to be a CEO, go for it. If you want to start your own business, go do it. If you want to be a network marketer, go do it. If you want to be a flight attendant, go do it. It does not matter what anybody else thinks, because it's your life and it's your happiness that truly matters. And that is my message for you today. And I'm being very open and vulnerable here, but I just thought it was very important from the things that happened to me yesterday and from the message I was getting while reading this book that I just really felt I needed to share that with people today. So I hope this resonates with you, and I hope you guys all go follow your dreams and have a fantastic week.